Hey guys, this is Amy. Welcome to Gluten Free for All. And let's get into the video. Okay guys, so we did a video of soft pretzels already, but it was a little lacking because it only had two brands of soft pretzels. The Super Pretzel, not gluten-free brand, and the gluten-free brand, the Greater Knead with a K. And it didn't have any mustard, which was a definite problem. So this time we're gonna do the same two flavors, but with a new brand as well as a third type. And then we're going to eat them with mustards. And we'll talk about the mustard later, but for now, we'll just cook these. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Katz gluten-free brand. Now, if anybody knows the brand Katz, it's a pretty well-known gluten-free brand of various types of foods. I personally love their desserts, and I'm not a huge dessert person, so that's really saying something. So I'm looking forward to trying this brand because I think it's gonna probably be better than the Greater Knead was, because this brand I'm not as familiar with, but we'll find out. Okay. So the Katz brand come in this little plastic tray. These two are a little bit darker, like the Greater Knead brand was as well. Darker than the Super Pretzel, not gluten-free ones. And it comes with this cute little thing of salt. Isn't that adorable? So, I'm going to try and do a stripe of Katz, a stripe of Greater Knead, and a stripe of Super Pretzel. And I will cut back in when I have done that. Okay, so this is what these look like. We've got the Super Pretzel here, this size and this coloration. We've got the Katz pretzel here of this size and this coloration. This is one of the smaller ones though, I will say. They're very varied when it comes to sizes. And then the Greater Knead, you've got this size and coloration. So this is how they look on the cookie sheet. We've got Katz, Greater Knead, Super Pretzel. Okay, so now I'm going to salt these. I have to use this for both the Greater Knead and the Super Pretzel brand because the Greater Knead does not come with salt. Because they put salt in the dough, thinking that that would be sufficient, but it wasn't. Because I'm a salt fiend, one, but also, who wants just unsalted pretzels? And then the salt that was used for Katz is going to go on Katz. Okay, this looked like it was smaller crystals, but only by a little bit. It's, yeah, none of the salt crystals are staying on these. I kind of thought that once they started to thaw, they would stick a bit better, but that's on me, because they really don't. But this is what they look like now. Don't forget, we've got Katz, Greater Knead, and Super Pretzel. Okay, so I set this to 5 minutes because the Super Pretzels needed to be cooked for 2 minutes at 400 degrees. The Katz needed to be cooked for 5 minutes at 400 degrees, and the Greater Knead needed to be cooked for 6 minutes at 350 degrees. So I picked 5 minutes, it's close enough, because I preheated it to 400 degrees. So it's going to be a little hotter than the Greater Knead really wanted, but we'll cook it for a little bit less, because it's 6 to 8, it says on there. So we're gonna do 5 minutes at 400. They'll all be fine. They're all pre-cooked, you know. But hopefully they can all be around the same amount of cooked so that we can get a real feel for the taste, the consistency, and things like that when we compare them. So we'll come back and try these in a little bit. Okay, so let me just grab this out of the oven. I promise I've done this before. And when I say this, I don't mean with all these pretzels, I mean cooking in general. Not that you would ever tell with the way that I do. Alrighty. So, we now have our 3 kinds of pretzels here. They kind of look the same as they did before I put them in. So, I guess they're just warmed up now. We're going to try them and see how good they are. Okay, so here we are. In front of me, / in front of the package that's over here on the left, is the gluten-free Greater Knead. I got there. Katz brand is in the center, and then the super pretzel, of course, is in front of Joe because he's the only one who can eat it. Now, I'm going to sort of break down this little display that we've got going here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to try both of these against each other. Joe is going to try all 3, right? But we're also going to try to taste each one with each different kind of mustard. So it can be a true Oktoberfest fun pretzel time. I'm good at this.
I think you are. Yes.
Anyway, here we go. None of these have been unsealed yet, so...
Oh, okay. You want some help?
Yeah. That was something I should have done off camera and did not do.
Whatever.
So, again, I'm good at this.
It's fine.
Okay. Woo. Ooh. You're a stinky boy. This is the spicy brown. Now all of these, I got all French's brand mustards because I wanted to, you know, keep that little bit of consistency with at least the brand of the mustards that we were using, since we were going to do so many different flavors of mustard. So we've got yellow mustard, we've got spicy brown mustard, we've got honey mustard, right? This is just honey, not honey Dijon. And then this is a stone ground Dijon. So we're going to try and do, did you shake those? We're going to try and do all of these for you guys. So I'm going to start, how should we do this? I'm going to start just putting some mustard on this plate where there's some space. And then, you know, we'll go from there, I guess. His plate is very overflowy because obviously there were a lot more pretzels in the Super Pretzels box than there were of the gluten-free ones. And if you saw in the stripes on the cookie sheets, there was a little bit more of the Katz brand than there was of the Greater Knead as well. The Greater Knead was like a very thin stripe on there. And the Greater Knead is what I've got here. That was the spicy brown. And I've got some yellow over here. Ooh. The sound effects, guys.
I got salt all over the table because there's just not enough space on this plate, but
yeah,
that is fine.
All right, here's the mustards. Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
There's not enough space for my honey. Oh.
Wow.
The great sound effects, really.
Jesus.
Okay, so I guess I'll begin because I'm a little more ready.
We don't want to like Yeah, go for it.
All right, so here is, I'm starting with the Greater Knead and the Spicy Brown. Yeah, it's really good. The spicy brown mustard smells kind of eggy. I'm going to try it with the yellow now. I like it better with the yellow than the spicy brown. And that's saying something because I love spicy brown mustard and I'm not too keen on yellow. Here comes the stone ground. That's a really good mustard. Oh my gosh. I'm one of those people who loves mustard so much. I eat things just so I can eat mustard on them. And then the honey. Okay, very good.
Okay.
That honey mustard is very honey-y.
All right, so the Greater Knead is the one that I had last time, which I liked, and I said that it tasted to me like a hard pretzel. Like the thin, rod, hard pretzels that you get as like at least I remember having them as a young kid, like going to school, because it was easy to get the little like cardboard package that was open on the top but sealed with plastic, and you would rip it open and have the little rods of pretzels. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, or those like little packs with the dipping cheese.
No.
I would always have those.
Well, yeah, but that's not what it tasted like, at least.
No. Okay. Because they had the breadstick ones, and then they had the pretzel ones of those.
Okay, so that was the spicy brown. It's not bad. Spoilers. I'm not typically a mustard guy, but for pretzels, I felt like it was relevant, and Amy wanted to do it, and I was more than happy to oblige. So that one was fine as mustards go. For the yellow, okay. I mean, I definitely prefer the spicy brown, but I still didn't love the spicy brown either.
I liked the yellow more. And that's coming from somebody who loves spicy brown mustard. I mean, like, I drench my hot dogs in spicy brown mustard, and then I go to eat it, and in the midst of eating it, I add more mustard.
I did the wrong thing and grabbed one of my regular ones, but I grabbed a Greater Knead to fix it. I didn't actually bite into the regular one yet. That is a good mustard.
Yeah.
The stone ground.
Isn't it?
Dijon?
Yeah, it's stone ground, but it's also Dijon. The stone ground typically has like whole mustard seeds in it. And it's very flavorful, right? This one is a little bit more mild, and it's got like the Dijon aspect of it that I feel like a typical stone ground doesn't really have. Yeah.
Now I'm sure that's going to be my second favorite because honey mustard, while I said that I'm not a mustard guy, honey mustard is phenomenal, so.
And this one, like I said, is very honey-y, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is good.
It's very good.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't know. I said last time that I thought the Greater Knead ones had more flavor initially than the Super Pretzel ones did. So I don't know that they need mustard, to be completely honest with you. I would probably just eat them on their own. I'm not a mustard guy, right? We talked about this, but still.
I felt that they needed mustard, which is why I wanted to do mustard in this video.
Sure. Not a problem.
I'm going to move on to the Katz.
Same. Let's do it.
I'm going to go the same order.
Which is what? Spicy brown, then yellow, then stone ground, and then honey?
Yeah.
Good. That's what I did as well. Okay.
Ooh, these are initially very sweet.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
Oh, I do. You know that's all me.
This doesn't taste like a pretzel. It tastes like a donut.
I do love me some donuts.
You do.
I guess I probably should have tried this without anything first.
Mm-hmm.
So let me grab a different one and just...
I feel like if you grab one with no salt on it, it's just going to be a donut. Seriously.
No complaints. That's really good.
I don't care for it because it doesn't taste like a pretzel. You know, if I wanted donut bites, I would buy donut bites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yes, I agree with you. It is very sweet. That's just my taste that I prefer usually. Amy is the salt fiend, as she mentioned.
Salt. Wow. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, probably same thing with these. I don't think they need mustard, but...
If you take one with no salt and you dip it in the honey mustard, it's a dessert. I swear to God.
It's pretty good with the salt on it, though.
Yeah. Like, I'll take this one that's got a lot of salt on it for some reason.
Of course you will.
It's just extra sticky.
Yeah, those are great. I would keep going back to those.
No. No. Definitely the greater need.
Alright. Well, and then obviously I have to do my super pretzel, sorry.
Yeah. While you do that, I'm just going to keep eating.
We'll just leave the work to me and Amy can just relax. The fruits of her labor. Ooh. That one was a little hard. The pretzel. A little like chewy. Yeah. I don't know if it's just that pretzel or not, but...
Yeah. Try a couple different ones. Because we want to compare textures, too.
Mm-hmm. That's better.
Okay, good.
I feel like I dropped salt in my beard. Did I?
No.
Okay. It must have fallen all the way. Otherwise I'll be watching this video back and be like, why is there salt all in my beard? Yeah, I mean, these super pretzels with gluten in them are fine. I love these now. They're really good.
You can have them because I don't want them.
Okay. I feel like that happens with us often.
Really?
Where we'll eat something and like one of us will be like, no, and the other one will be like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a sign of a good marriage right there.
Yeah. Do you want my cucumbers? Yes. Okay.
And then you take my mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. I think what I'm learning is that these pretzels are the best with the yellow mustard. But I like these other two mustards quite a bit. The stone ground Dijon and the honey mustard, French's brand. I really like them. But I don't care for the spicy brown. I'm much more of a Golden's brand spicy brown mustard kind of gal. That's what I learned from this.
Okay.
And I also learned that Katz brand gluten-free pretzels are terrible and they taste like nothing like pretzels.
And you should get them because they're great.
Yeah.
If you like sweet things like I do, they're great.
All right, so let's talk about the textures a little bit. Because I'll compare these two textures and then you can talk about all three.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So these are a little more hard. The gluten-free Greater Knead brand ones are a little harder on the inside and on the outside. The Katz are much more soft But they're, yeah, so I would say the texture of the Katz is better, but the taste, you know, puts them out the window for me.
So now, if I remember correctly, and I don't mean to blow up our spot here,
Yeah,
have we had these for a while? These Super Pretzel ones?
possibly.
So I think these have been out for a little long, because I think the chewiness that I was talking about, I'm experiencing that here, and it leads me to believe that it's due to its lack of freshness. I know that they were in the freezer, but you know, whether it's bringing it back from the store and they defrosted and then froze again or whatever, these are not reminiscent of the way that we tasted them last time.
Okay.
Or that I obviously
Okay, so you remember that well enough to use that then?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, so I mean, the last time they were soft, I mentioned that the greater Knead ones took more chewing to get through than these did. This time, because of their current texture, this takes a lot longer. And these are just like them. They're soft and great.
They're softer.
Yeah.
Okay. So your vote is for the Katz.
Of course.
If you like sweet stuff.
Yes.
And if you like classic salty pretzels, my vote is for the greater Knead.
Yeah,
pretzels.
for sure. For sure.
And both of us vote down the super pretzel.
Sometimes
apparently
that happens.
they don't stay fresh in the freezer.
No.
So there you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Amy, for having me on. I hope everybody enjoyed.
Thank you for coming on, because this was invaluable.
Well, I'll do Amy's thing, I guess, but you know, you'll hear about it in a second as well. But don't forget to leave your thoughts for Amy down in the comments below. I know she really looks forward to hearing from all of you.
Yes. Yes, especially if you've tried these and you feel a different way than we do about any of them.
For sure.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, do your own taste tests at home. Let us know.
Yeah. Well, I guess that wraps it up. Thanks so much. And like Joe said, leave your reactions to your taste tests in the comments, because I want to know. Thanks for joining me in celebrating your gluten freedom. Leave your thoughts in the comments section for me below. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notified of new videos. If you'd like to see more of us here at the Geek for All family of channels, check the description box down below. I'm Amy, and thanks so much for watching.